take two, good. Okay. So I started another video, folks, but it was labeled incorrectly, and therefore I had to go back, dig, and find the actual incident because it was acting like it was an overall report for the 2016 year when it was actually a report for January the 20th of 2017. So, I'm a little miffed. I hate when things aren't organized. Sorry. Had to let off some steam. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels, and I'm very stupid o'clock to one and all. Yes, I know it's 7:25. It's Christmas morning. That makes it stupid o'clock, alright? We're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC this morning because I swore that I would do a video every single day until these bastards are closed down, and that's what I'm going to do. Even if it's Christmas. And even if I'm really excited, I get Taco Christmas. Just saying. Tacos. Moving on. Alright, so before we get started, a few of the usual disclaimers. First off, you are going to see the link to this report for the incident in January right there in the description box, alongside the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including the templates. Sign your name, click on your senator. Takes less than 2 minutes to assist us in aiding getting rid of all adversive punishments, improper restraints, and seclusion in schools. It kills folks every year. We also have our ever-present Change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition, which I think, quite frankly, is self-explanatory. Now, if you are new to the channel, due to my JD versus AH video I put out a couple of days ago, and you're wondering what the hell am I even going on about, please click on the description box. Everything is in there to at least give you an outline and get you somewhat up to speed. I know not everyone has all the time in the world to watch my over 300 videos on the subject, okay? Alright. Now, folks, speaking of which, trigger warning. When we talk about the JRC, you're going to see, you are going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of peoples with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, please use your headphones, alright? Alright, now it is 7:27 a.m., stupid o'clock in the morning, and I'm actually surprised I'm coherent, let alone look anything like other than a zombie. So if I clear my throat like that, I stumble over my words, or I go on a curse-filled rant, my apologies to everyone in advance, alright? Okay, so here is the new report, and there's an ongoing report that's being investigated, by the way, that we'll be getting into once we go over this one. Usual disclaimers, blah, 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 blah. The alleged victim, ALV, is a person with a disability as defined by MGI Chapter 19C and or 118 CMR. The alleged abuser, ALAB, meet with the definition of caretaker as defined by MGI Chapter 19C or 118 CMR? Yes. Category of abuse committed by the alleged abuser? None. Oh, you're going to tell me this is unsubstantiated now. Woo-hoo. Okay. First, none. Second, none. Emotional injuries, none. Second, none. Abuse per se, none. Then again, you're dealing with people who don't think that there's any emotional fucking injuries in regards to, shocking them with painful skin shocks just below the lethal limit for existing. Yeah, excuse me if I don't trust you all as good judges of what's an emotional or physical injury or not. Okay, alleged victim It was alleged that ALV was pushed to the ground, burned, and her finger bent back by ALAB1 during a June 21st, 2016 disagreement over a flat iron. The incident was recorded in video and reviewed for this investigation. It is not evident in the video that ALAB has burned ALV with the flat iron, which appears to be on the window still at the point at which ALB1 entered. ALAB1 does take hold of ALV and appears to remove a brush from her hand. ALAB1 does not appear to push ALV to the ground. She appears to drop herself there. ALAB1's hands cannot clearly be seen, but all other staff present that day denied that they ever saw ALAB1 physically injure ALV in any way. Other staff indicated that ALV did not report physical injury that day and that they saw none. It is clear in the video that the staff do clearly overcome ALV's active resistance and hold her for nearly 10 minutes, for at least half of which she is partially naked. And yet you somehow don't find this disturbing in any way. Really? Really? So what this tells me is the only time you confirm that it's abuse is when it is so bad that there is no level of backpedaling, coding, or twisting it around to your favor. Yeah. The video shows that ALV was calm prior to ALB1's arrival to the room, and the least restrictive measures were not attempted when ALV became behavioral. Okay, so now you're going to tell me it's all the victim's fault. You know, PTSD is a nasty thing, and it can cause hallucinations where you are hallucinating a prior event. And let's think about this. She was calm until the staff member showed up. What does that tell us? What does that tell us? It is clear that ALAB1's action of taking hold of ALV and speaking so directly to her clearly caused a change in her calm demeanor and fueled ALV's behaviors on June the 21st, 2016, and that little attempt, if any, was made to follow her treatment plan. So, in other words, folks, it's a false report, but false report my ass. The totality of information shows sufficient evidence that the actions of ALAB1 and his stern verbal and physical redirection to ALV was the catalyst to nearly 10-minute restraint that was not documented. This event caused emotional injury to ALV in the form of increased behaviors and clear emotional distress in the moment and for weeks after. Yeah, you're going to tell me there's no emotional injuries, right? Oh, that's right. You folks don't believe in PTSD. You believe you can cure PTSD by, causing more damage. That the staff of the agency did not see this undocumented and clearly emotionally upsetting event to ALV as potential abuse points to the possible systemic issue beyond this one incident. Yeah, that you all continue to do nothing about. You keep throwing onto DDS in spite of the fact that the courts tie DDS's hands behind their back and they can't force the JRC to do shit, which is how they can continue to get away with literally murder. So, those new to the channel, this school has killed 6 students. 6. And they're still operating. If you don't believe they're liable, I've done multiple videos on the Linda Cornelison case, so feel free to go ahead and look those up. There was insufficient evidence that ALAB2 had acted as reported nor that ALV had been injured by her alleged actions. ALAB2 did work on July the 10th, 2016, but there was no known incidents that day. I-7 stated that it would have been impossible for ALAB2 to have restricted phone calls since February. Alright, it's Christmas, folks, and I've got some things to do yet, so we're going to go ahead and close out this morning. So what are we learning here? The disconnect between these agencies, the communication failures between these agencies are very, very vivid as we go through case after case after case. The DPPC has no idea that when it comes to the JRC, the DDS has no power or authority to be able to regulate or make them follow the regulations at all. At all. The courts bend over backwards to protect these bastards, whether it's the Massachusetts state courts or it's our own goddamn Washington, D.C. Circuit Court. So, yeah, there's that. What else is being made clear here? Well, obviously, DPPC is at least noticing that, in this case, the student was calm until this guy shows up. And that the way that he was speaking to her was inappropriate. And someone having a reaction like that when they were completely calm just a moment ago means there's a history there. And for whatever reason, these people don't seem to do any digging until it's already too late. So, we're going to take a look into the myriad of issues this particular case is going to bring up tomorrow. Which, yeah, I get to get back on the clock. Alright. Now, folks, we don't get very many views on this channel, and especially on this subject. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So please, folks, don't forget to hit that like button. Hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments, alright? I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.